All right, what's up, guys? So as promised, I'm making a quick little video on ceramic coatings. So basically, I wanted to put a ceramic coating on my car for added protection. The reason being, the car sees a lot of track use, and what ends up happening is you get slicks and debris hitting your car and marking it up. And for the most part, it does come off easy, but other spots don't. And I always have to use some sort of special compound to remove it. And then I have to re-wax that area or whatever the case is. And it just became a pain in the ass to really keep the car in tip-top shape. Again, even though the car does see a lot of track use, I still do use it, drive it on the street every so often. And with any of us, you want to keep it looking as clean as possible. For 2001, the paint it was in decent shape. Now, as you can see, I got the rear fender flares going on over there. So that's obviously that's not original. And one of the rockers was actually repainted as well because it took some abuse. So for the most part, the car's paint is always looked good. So again, wanted to add the added protection of the ceramic coating to make my life easier. You know, keeping it clean and maintaining it. Yeah, those are my track bikes that right now I'm using as basically microfiber holder and whatever else. So this is what the ceramic coating looks like. This is just a 30 milliliter bottle. It is basically a no-name brand. Now, if you know anything about ceramic coatings, is that they're not cheap. If you get it applied professionally, you're looking between $300 to $500, maybe more. And they use a premium product, such as Seaquartz, and there's other different ones, Nanotech, and some other stuff that's out there. And this stuff here, compared to those, was relatively inexpensive. So it's called 9H. Mr. Fix Auto Ceramic Coating, and these are all over eBay. And I came across this actually through an advertisement that popped up on my Facebook, and then I found a couple of YouTube videos, and not a whole lot of information out there, but there was a couple of people who tried it out and seemed to be pleased with the results. So I said, hey, what's the worst that could happen? So I prepped the car. Stripped it of the previous wax and everything else, and then did the clay bar and polish. And I still have to actually polish the sides. I didn't have a lot of time the other day, so I only did basically the hood, the target top, the halo, and the rear hatch. Now, the halo, the rear hatch, and the target top turned out flawless. It actually looks really, really good. So I'm kind of itching to see what it's going to look like in natural sunlight. Now, the hood turned out good too, but unfortunately, when you're applying a ceramic coating, you really got to follow the instructions and be careful as to what you do. Now, it's going to be hard to see, so let me grab my light here. I know my garage is a bit of a mess right now. Now, not sure if the camera's going to pick it up, but right here along the edge, there are some streaks. Now, ceramic coating is not like a wax. Like once it cures, once it starts to harden, whatever state it's in, if you didn't put it on properly, if you don't have a proper surface that's prepped, it'll show. And in this case here, the surface was prepped fine. It was just me, the way I applied it. You have applied it in a certain manner. And I didn't. I just went stroking in one direction. And I didn't wipe it off in time. It ended up curing, so I left some streaks. Now that's correctable. I'll just have to give it another polish, remove that, and then just reapply it, which would be simple enough. Now, from what I'm looking at here, I'm pretty sure that the stuff should be able to last. I'm hoping minimum a year, and I'm sure it's going to last longer than that. Premium coatings will last you know, 3, 5, and upwards of 10 years. Well, not upwards, but roughly 10 years. And obviously you have to maintain them. But overall, they are pretty resilient. Now, as far as instructions go, the instructions that come with the kit are horrendous. They don't really make a lot of sense. I guess in, you know, whoever translator, if it's just put through automated translator and just packaged that way. Yeah, they're not really good. So just let you guys know the steps I took. I used dishwashing soap to initially wash the car. It's got harsh detergents, and that would remove a lot of the grease, oil, wax, strip the wax off, and then the second step was to clay bar the car, and then third step's to polish, and then finally go over with microfiber cloth and alcohol, and then just remove any of this, takes off any type of residue, and you know, the surface then makes the surface ready for the ceramic coating. Now the other thing I also had prior to the coating, which you're not gonna be able to see, I'll take another video tomorrow to actually show you the steps, is I have the 3M Paint Defender. So it's not the clear bra. It is a clear shield that is the one that you spray on. You know, it's almost like similar to a Plastidip. And I have that at the bottom of the car on the rockers and just halfway through the door. And it did its job, but the thing is, it is just, even that, after when you're on a road course and you're getting blasted by debris or whatever's on the track, it just doesn't last long, and then it starts to slowly get these little pockets where they start to peel, and then it just doesn't look good. So that's got to come off, and then put it in ceramic coating, and hopefully that's gonna help it for the future. Be more resilient and not have to worry about it as much. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Um, like I said, for what it is, you know, looking at it right now, it is pretty shiny. Uh, it looks good. You know, it looks like it looks fresh. Especially, I'm really impressed with the Targa, the Halo, and the hatch. It's just like it came out of the showroom. So yeah, so once I do all that, I'll do the water test as well to show you guys how it actually comes off, and how easily maintainable it is once everything's done. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.